Alright. Went down the wrong pipe. Sorry, I would have been here a minute sooner. Alright. I've been listening to that this entire time, so I'm not going to listen to it anymore. Welcome one, welcome all. How is everyone doing on this Easter Sunday? And if you're not watching this or listening to this on Easter Sunday, well then, happy day to you, whatever day that may be. Anyway, woo, there he is, that handsome boy. Let's see what we got. First, we gotta get rid of our card. First up, before I even begin, on that's old. Hello. Before I even begin, sorry. Before I get into the videos, I said, like the last 2 times, go down to the description below, and I just created a brand new Discord server for this channel. And I am pretty, sweet, congratulations. What's your new job? Hey, go check out the Discord. I'm about to get to you specifically in a second. So I was actually kind of waiting for somebody to specifically say, hey, you should make a Discord in one of my comments. And I got a lot of comments on the MAGA Cope videos. So if somebody said that prior to her doing this, then you guys can share credit. But as of now, it's all on Rachel Lewis. Good job. You got the server going. So, oh, that's totally awesome. I love animals. Send me animal pictures all the time in the server. That'll be awesome. Post them. I would love to. I hope you do really well. I'm sure the puppies and the chickens and everything will love you. Are you going to be working like at a vet clinic, or are you going to be working with like big animals, like livestock? Ooh. Excuse me. Anyway, so I got a little bit of a lineup. You kind of see. Excuse me. Sorry. You kind of see I got a couple PragerU things. These are super short videos. They're only like 3 minutes, and they're pretty dumb. But I wanted to go into something a little bit different, and before. That's awesome. Aw, poor puppies. Oh, when my puppy dog was still around, that poor pup. I was always worried about taking him to the emergency vet clinic because it's super expensive. But at the same time, like, oh man, I can only imagine what they're going through. And yeah, you guys do a good job. Good shit. But anyway. I wanted to start with something just a little bit different, a little bit more of the crazy, because this guy's, I mean, he goes in the same pool as like Trump supporters and conspiracy theorists, the QAnon followers, because he is, and the dude's name is just CC, I guess, Chris something or other, doesn't really matter, but he's a flat earther. I tried to kind of avoid the flat earth because it's just so ridiculous. And before the pandemic, I was a geology student. So hearing this just like irks me on a completely different level. Kind of like people trying to argue that you should feed like cats a vegan diet. No, don't do that. Feed them a proper diet, like according to your vet, right? Because, oh my god, those poor animals, they're reliant on you. Don't treat them poorly, okay? They are like little children's. I was thinking to myself, I should probably find a way to like cover the can or whatever, but it's printed differently on like different cans, so I can't do the same angle or whatever. But anyway, so let's get into CC. Let's see why we can't dig 7.5 miles below the Earth's surface, or more than that rather. I actually have to speed this up because this video is like, he talks super slow.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris. From New York, Westchester County.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
March 17th.
So you know we're about to get into some
21.
fucking craziness.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's way too slow.
I really need
At least
to
in this
school.
video. He's way more animated when he's in his car. And I got exposed to him on Hannah Reloaded's channel. So
Well, let's take for example, planet Earth.
I know a little bit about him,
It's a
but I
planet,
don't know.
right?
I haven't watched
And it
him
revolves
specifically.
1,000 miles per hour. How many times do I have to do this, guys? I mean, really. The comments below are just unbelievably the most stupid comments that I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's why I know they're paid to do this. But anyway, it's a planet revolving at 1,000 miles per hour.
Why don't you
In a
pause?
solar system.
Do you live in the same
also
place as this
revolving
guy?
at some sort of speed, whichever
Have
made
you
up.
seen him?
On the sun, hold on. Get that pumpkin for you. This is our sun. Yeah, my daughter drew this. Amazingly enough, it kind of petrified itself. But anyway, this is the sun traveling in the universe, and everything is revolving around it.
All right.
But yet, all the stars are not moving. That's a shame, isn't it?
That all has to do with perspective. Motion is all about perspective, okay? If you're driving at 50 miles an hour down a highway, okay? Driving 50 miles an hour and you're passing a field that has fence posts along an entire mile of that highway in which you're going 50 miles an hour down the straight line. Now, 100 yards on the other side of that field, you'll have the exact same posts with the exact same spacing and everything like that. And as you drive by, you will see the posts in front of you, closer to you, moving faster as you go by, and the ones farther away will be going by at seemingly a slower rate based off of your perspective. Everything in the universe is moving constantly, and it's moving at an extremely fast pace, but it's over such great distances that you can't see it all in even a human lifetime, which is why the constellations have been the way they've been throughout all of human history, even though we know where those stars are going to be in tens of thousands or millions of years based on the calculations that we fucking done. Oh my god, cameras? Yeah, holy shit. He really needs to turn off his autofocus, because that's the problem. What's going on in this particular video. Also, don't film yourself while you're driving and talking. No, that's a really bad idea. Because basically the liability will be on video. You'll be the one who's distracted. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But let's continue. Let's see what else he's got. Ooh, excuse me. I guess I have to click the center of the screen. Oh man,
That is a shame.
Why? Why do you do this? I'm everyone's favorite streamer. Yeah, I know why. Okay, there we go.
At all.
They are. We are.
We all buy this. But I'm here talking to you. I'm not moving.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
upside down, am I?
Actually, upside down is relative, because if I were on a planet that we're passing over, that and we weren't crashing into each other, kind of like that Futurama where the Mars crashes into the sun, you would be upside down to me, and I would be upside down to you, and that's how relativity kind of works. He also uses the fact that you can't see stars in photos. let me explain to you how exposure works if you own a camera and you don't know how exposure works, all of your shit is going to come out really bad. Kind of like this, how he's overexposed on the top of his head because he has white hair and he should probably dim the lights. And I'm pretty sure those recessed lights in his house, which I think are LEDs, they should have some kind of dimmer switch. If not, that that may take away from a little bit of the resale value, just because that dimmer switch is one of those gimmicky things, kind of like an artesian well is really just how do I explain it? It's like it's a well where the source is like below where the well comes up, I believe. So if someone sells you that, like, oh, you have that on your property, oh, well, that could be a real hassle because it could just flood my property all the time when that water source, down below floods and pushes the water up. But anyway, yes, you are moving. We are all moving at 1,000 miles an hour,
It's possible. You might
mixed with thousands and tens of thousands and millions of miles an hour.
I guess you must be upside down in China. If you're viewing this video. Does that make any sense at all to you?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not making any sense.
It wouldn't technically be upside down. You'd just be in a different
flat
position.
Plane.
Relative.
How could you comprehend that somebody below me right now exists on some sort of imaginary planet held in with gravity?
Because I've seen a sphere. And I can imagine myself standing on that sphere, and then someone is on the other side of that sphere. And then I just apply that to, the planet. And it works. Shall I go on? I don't does this guy have, like, a problem with, like spatial reasoning? Is that why everything in his kitchen... maybe that's it. Everything in his house is, like, super narrow. Maybe he just has an issue with, like distance and, like, spatial reasoning and being able to, like, get around like that. There's a video where some dude jumps out and yells at him, and he's like, hey, do you even know how to drive? Maybe the lanes were, like, just too wide, so he was confused on exactly where to go because he's driven for long enough with his inability to, like, really reason what dimensions are around him and his surroundings, that maybe that's why he's having this, like, flat earth epiphany on himself. And the internet obviously doesn't help because it exacerbates all of his issues. It straight up reinforces them. Because you go to Facebook. Of course, Facebook is a straight up echo chamber. You make your echo chamber as small as you want, and people will make it as small as they want. Yeah, depth perception. That's I don't know if I said that, but yeah, that's what I was kind of looking for. I don't understand if he gets that, because I mean, this isn't a good video. He clearly watched this and edited it at some point. Maybe he's shooting it on his phone, and that's why there's the autofocus. But I think you should be able to turn that off. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that may have a lot to do with it. It's just like his inability to... He's like Leela from Futurama. A lot of Futurama references on this guy.
We've only dug down I'm sorry. Somebody already schooled me on this. 7.5 miles here.
Aww. Are you about to get schooled again by somebody who knows what they're talking about? Yes. So, here's what we got going on. It's not true that we can't dig below 7.5 miles. We might be able to. We just haven't really tried. The last time we tried to dig just for digging purposes, not to go and get oil, because oil only exists at a certain level on the Earth's crust. The reason we went down as humans was was one of the many, many dick measuring contests during the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was called the Kola Super Deep Borehole, and it went down about 12 kilometers, or about 7.5 miles. They went down until they couldn't use like the tools anymore. The tools started to degrade due to the heat and pressure of the surrounding rock in the Earth's crust. And we know that we know how far we could get because the mantle isn't solid. The only reason the core is like semi-solid is because it's under such high gravity and also like such high heat, and it's super dense. So it's liquid, but it's sort of solid and it spins really fast. But we can only go down so far because we're limited by the technology of our time, and we haven't had the funding to just dig a hole straight down into the earth and see how far we can go. So if we were to do that today, we probably wouldn't get much farther than like 8, maybe 9 miles before we were just like, hey, we're just sort of digging up mush. Because that's kind of what the mantle is. It's a bunch of clumps of rock with like liquid rock around it. It's not a liquid. It's not quite as solid. It's sort of plastic. It really kind of moves a whole lot more than the Earth's crust does. So that's the whole reason we can't go down that far. And it's not because, you can't rack your brain around it and that's why you're all poopy face. It's because, 1, you don't understand history. 2, you don't understand the limitations of technology. And 3, you don't understand a fucking thing about geology or geophysics or earth science or basic spatial reasoning and depth perception or apparently how to drive. So I don't think anybody should be taking your advice. However, dude has 2.9 thousand subscribers, which I need to get to at least 1,000 so that I can stream from my phone from like the woods and like run around because I like doing that. It's awesome. Anyway, I'll be checking out the Discord. I just haven't done it.
Yeah, you're given all of these photos. You're given all of these diagrams. You're given all of this shit.
Sweet.
And then you've got planets up there that they think they know what the hell they're talking about. Planets.
Yeah. He doesn't believe in planets, I guess.
Let's talk about a planet. How does a planet actually exist? How does it?
Interesting.
You know how it exists? It's round, and it's got water around it. Okay. All right, so...
here we go. The tennis ball.
Well, it's not glass. It's... Water sinks to its level, which is flat. See that?
Okay.
Flat.
See.
It sinks its level.
Okay.
There's no way a planet could actually exist. It's impossible. It's preposterous. Doesn't make any sense. How nobody knows.
So your evidence
works.
Your evidence for planets not being able to exist is your ability to pour water in a cup. How, like, what? Where is your bar for education, man? This is some like Arizona crater deep bullshit. I can't even explain it. It just looks flat. All right? It's kind of a trick of the eye, all right? If we had a smaller planet, if you went on the moon and you and I were on the moon and I walked away from you, you could literally watch me because 1, there's no atmosphere, so the light's going to go straight through. And 2, I could just keep going around the moon until, I come back around and bonk you on the head and leave you there because that's kind of where all the flat earthers, should end up, I guess. Not deserve to be, but maybe should mosey up to. Bonked on the head by, space aliens on the moon. Just a big pile of them. Oh, yeah. Did he? Yeah, he did go to a private school. That I don't have, like, I have no clue where he got this shit. I think he was super religious too. Which, oh goodness. I tried to find, what was it? PragerU posted like a Happy Easter. And everybody that was commenting was like, Happy Easter and all that other stuff. And I didn't want to say anything shitty because, you know, it's an innocuous post. I don't give a care about it. But I was trying to find some like religious nuts, and I kind of found these people, but it was like these super long old people podcasts where they're like, oh yeah, religious persecution in the United States is mostly targeted at Christians and I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna subject anyone to that. All right. Let's see what else. What other evidence he has beyond water in a cup, if any.
This could tell us how it works. But yet you're given all these beautiful photos of this beautiful marble.
Yeah. You figure gravity?
It really is.
He doesn't know how gravity works. You said that.
I hope you enjoyed the previous videos that I posted. Yes, I found that 1984 commercial.
I don't think I've...
It was nice.
Oh,
and,
shit.
Of course, download that little video.
Sorry,
that app that David Weiss has. And
That's enough out of you. Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't understand how, like, water or gravity or, like, planets.
You know, Walmart, this company, they started with one store, and now they...
Oh. Yeah, okay. So, using Walmart... Alright, let me finish what I was saying about douchebag. Yeah. CC doesn't understand. I think I'm gonna go back to CC at some point. He does not. Aw, I love sushi. Tell him or her she's a good boy or girl, respectively, I guess. And I don't blame him. Yeah, dude. CC, we're gonna revisit his shenanigans about why water shouldn't stick to a planet that is extremely massive. And I kind of want to know, because CC is clearly not... He's not poor. But he's not, super well off. Although his house may be, like, huge, considering it has to have all of those narrow passageways. So maybe it's just like maybe it's like an MC Escher house where it's just got stairs that go all over the fucking place. But we're gonna visit him, and I wonder if he has traveled a lot. Because if he really traveled, I think he would kind of understand more, like, why travel over the Pacific Ocean. I did it when I went from here to Korea, and then from Korea back to here. It's not fun. It was like, I think the whole trip was like 16 hours, but it was like 12 hours, 10 hours, or something like that over the Pacific Ocean. It's not an easy trip, especially on a military flight, where they show. I've said this before, but these assholes showed The Blind Side and The Iron Giant on a coming home trip for a bunch of service members and civilians. Like, that's so. Why would you do that? I'm trying to feel good about myself for once in the last 6 years or whatever it was. But yeah, we're gonna move on to Will Whitless trying I guess that how a $15 minimum wage will hurt workers. So before we even begin, the video. Also, what kind of doggo do you have? I don't know if you told me before. So, before we begin, last thing I'm going to do, before I even forget, because this just popped in my head. Well, you're really the only viewer. Anyway, everybody that's and Chris Davis, I'll make you a mod at some point here at the end. And him, if he shows up, or anybody else that I know, I'll make them some mods, and we'll get that going. But I just wanted to say that before I forgot it. Anyway, Will Whitless is a moron, and if you have a consumer economy, which is what the United States has, it doesn't make sense not to give the people who consume the most, which would be like the bottom level of consumers. And I know someone might say, well, what about, people who buy like Lamborghinis and they spend, tens of millions of dollars on, purchases and shit like that. That doesn't stimulate the economy. That doesn't do anything. It's the small things. It's food. It's street food. It's like easy when I was in Korea, they had socks everywhere. You could buy socks from street vendors, and they had street food and jewelry, and it was all schlocky BS. But that stimulated their economy a lot because it was going back into the pockets of people. And if people have more money to spend, they're gonna spend it. I don't understand why what's wrong with these people. But let's see what they have to say. It's probably just because I'm gonna close
They got
this.
hundreds of stores all across the country and make tons and tons of money.
Oh yeah.
Is that a?
Oh yeah. If you're gonna use Walmart as Walmart, one of the most exploitative and harshest on its workers corporations in the entire world, as your basis for like an up and coming, they went from just one store to billions of dollars, as you're like, whoa, don't you think that's a good thing? No, because Walmart is fucking horrible. Nobody wants to work for Walmart. People have to work for Walmart. That's the fucking problem. And Will Whitless over here doesn't fucking get it, of course.
Bad thing that the people in charge of Walmart are very rich?
Yes, they're exploiting their employees by not paying them enough for the work that they do.
What?
Thank you. Literally what I just said. Get paid what you are worth. Well, you may not get paid like the $50 an hour you may be worth. Don't lowball yourself, at the very least. You ain't worth $10 an hour. At certain points, you ain't worth, any less than a certain amount of money. But you got to get your skill levels up there too.
Why do you say that?
Because they're so rich and they don't actually work in the stores or anything. All they do is sign papers and attend meetings.
They're the ones, so the guy who started Walmart, he incurred a ton of risk by doing that, He's the one who put down the loans and got the building and took all the risk to make that happen. So don't you think it's fair that...
Right. Okay, and they have the money to cover a building that gets annihilated by a nuclear explosion. Do you know why they have the money to cover that? Because Walmart will do everything in their power not to pay for anything other than the damages to their store. That's basically fucking it. What she said was correct. And that's true with basically any, gigantic corporation. Now, I'm not saying that these people don't have some kind of merit or credit to what they do, especially in certain circumstances, like Bill Gates, or even Jeff Bezos, I hate to say it, as much as, like, bro, you could share the wealth. Yeah, he does have a significant part in the creation of Amazon, which is what it is, a mega corporation. However, if Jeff Bezos were to take half of his fortune and give it to his employees as, as their pay for their work, they could stimulate the economy on their own. Jeff Bezos could stimulate the economy basically on his own. And he refuses to do it because, well, capitalism, and everybody allows him to just hoard his fucking wealth. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let's try and get through a little bit more of this.
That since it's his company, he's able to make a good profit off of it?
I mean, sure, he's able to make a good profit off of it, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't pay your employees what they actually deserve.
Yeah. How do you know what the employees at Walmart deserve? I think someone who checks bags is as valuable in the company as someone who started the company.
Well, don't say that they should make...
Dude, that's a total false equivalence. 100% of false equivalence, because the dude who checks bags isn't asking for $35,000 an hour. The dude who checks bags is asking for the guy who makes $35,000 to cut him a goddamn break and give him the $15 an hour or more that he deserves. It doesn't make any sense. This is what's happening, and I've seen this in a comic or a meme a bunch of times. The guy that makes $2,500 an hour has convinced the guy that makes $25 an hour that the guy that makes $7 an hour makes too goddamn much. And that's exactly what this guy is trying to reinforce. He makes a shitload of money. I mean, he probably makes a fairly comfortable living. He's probably no millionaire. Maybe he is. Well, it's Will Witt. He's probably a millionaire. But just because you're comfortable doesn't mean that everybody else just automatically is. Nobody's really going to tell you of their plight, dude. Nobody's really going to be like, hey, man, I need a raise, because they can risk being fired. And you seem like the kind of asshole that would be like, you want a raise? Well, you can find somewhere else to work that'll give you, what you think you deserve. Because I know what you deserve. I'm Will Witless. You got through like 25 seconds.
Make the same, but I feel like as how much it costs to live in this country goes up, I feel like how much they make should go up too. Just like the minimum wage is about to go up, I feel like that should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah. I'll tell you in Walmart's example, if you took the CEOs of Walmart's salary and divided it between all of the workers at Walmart, all the people who are employed, every single person at Walmart would get about $10.
Okay. I just think minimum wage should be raised in general.
Yeah. It's like if you have 3 people working at Walmart and then they raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour,
Okay.
did you think they'd have to fire one person? Like, let's say they were all getting $10 an hour and then they raise it to $15. Wouldn't they have to fire one person?
No. It means the CEO would have to take a fucking pay cut. Sorry, sweetheart. Sorry, you're not making $35,000 an hour anymore. You're making, $30,000 an hour. Oh no, you can't afford another yacht. This is probably one of the worst examples I've ever seen. Because this isn't a small business. Okay? This is Walmart, a mega corporation. If it were a small business, you might have an actual point. Yeah, fuck yeah. Minimum wage should be like what? I think it's somewhere between 21 to 25, depending on probably like cost of living. In California, it'd probably be the better part of like 25, just because, and that's if it followed productivity. because productivity is really what should matter. Productivity would be, if the minimum wage followed productivity, we would actually have a merit-based system because we would be super productive. And if you pay your workers, they will be more productive. They'll be happier. The Will Witless. Fuck this guy.
To keep the same profit incentive.
I think that Walmart is such a big company that they won't really need to do that.
Let's use an example
Right.
of small business then. Like, let's say you have a restaurant, you know, and you're paying them all 3 people $10 an hour. They raise it to 50.
Okay, yeah, those are two completely different examples, so you can legislate differently based off of what income those two companies have. Because if you have a $1 billion corporation and now they're like, okay, well, you have to pay your workers $18 an hour, and the small business down the road, the hardware store has 4 employees. It's like, hey, I'm the owner and I only have 4 employees. Can I just pay them like, $15 an hour, $13 an hour? Yeah. Is that place gonna kind of get run out of business? Fucking yeah. It might, and that sucks. But then you have to give incentive to them to stay in business, to stay there. So, what did you say? Imagine having more empathy for a person who can't re-up on their annual yacht than someone who can't afford to feed their kids working 60 hours a week. Exactly. If you've ever seen somebody that wants to feed someone and works their ass off, don't follow this fucking piece of shit around. Go off on your own. Go to the ghetto. Go to the Haji shop, or what is it? Not the Haji shop. It's and that's kind of a outdated sort of racist term and from the military back in the early days of the Iraq War. But back in the day, they used to call the gas stations in the ghetto the Arab store, because you have Arabs or Lebanese or Middle Eastern people, usually Lebanese in my area, who run these. But these are not in like good areas where people are really, they're not going there for like a wood fire pizza. They're going there for a cheap ass pizza because they have paint all over them and it's about to rain, and now they're not going to get paid for the entire fucking day. Like, that's the kind of places these people go to, and this asshole has probably never been there except to just look down his nose at them. Why's he got such a triangle nose? I think I'm done with him. I'm gonna jump up real quick just because I have to go to the bathroom, but I really want to rip into this dude. So I'm gonna put on some music. Hold on. Also, check out the Discord if you haven't. Oh, that's right. I closed my music. Wait to see all my... Oh no. Chad. Of course his name is Chad. Is it Chad Bianco? Chad Bianco. JC. What are we rolling here? I know why. I gotta refresh that one. It's just been sitting up for a little bit. It's probably all it is. Plus I'm trying to run too many things on my computer at once. Oh, so fun fact. So my streams always suck and they're laggy and I don't know, they cut out and whatnot. And it always happens. I'm pretty sure it happened to this one. But anyway, before I get up, yeah, you've enjoyed it. Enjoyed the stream, I hope so. And not working 60 hours a week to feed your kids. Alright. Jeez. is going wild. I totally forgot what I was going to say because I'm focused on the fact that I kind
These closures and stay-at-home orders are flat out ridiculous. The metrics used for closures are unbelievably faulty and are not represented.
Nope. You are incorrect, sir. You are incorrect in all ways at all times.
Disastrous for Riverside County.
What?
He is expecting
Hush. So yeah, check out this music real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Dramara, awesome. I will. I'll hook you up. Once I get the server actually really up and running and everything, we'll. Sweet. Femoid, I'm totally not a salad. Femoid. Uh-oh. Awesome. Yeah, Live it Adams. She's good people. Yeah, I want to cultivate a fun place in the Discord. I hope to do so, and I'll make mods and I'll make roles and everything like that as it grows. We'll just have to grow it a little bit together. But yeah, so this guy apparently doesn't want to do lockdowns because he doesn't understand anything about viruses. So yeah, screw it. We'll just see what he has to say. I really don't have anything else on that one.
us to arrest anyone violating these orders, cite them and take their money, close their businesses, make them stay in their homes, and take away their civil liberties, or he will punish all of us. I believe that all jobs are essential to someone.
Right. So you're unwilling to protect the people that do those jobs by making sure that they have to go to those jobs and not forcing the government to do something about the pandemic. So you want these people to just go out instead of forcing the government's hand. I mean, this is from December 8th, 2020. So I mean, I'm sure this got plenty.
Leaders
of,
do not
plenty
threaten,
of backlash.
attempt to intimidate, or cause fear. Bullies do.
Liberty is declining, and the coronavirus lockdown is a perfect example.
Dennis Prager sitting in his library sucking his own dick again. Great. Though, gotta get arrested for a new job. I'll catch up with the VOD though. Awesome. Yeah, check it out. You're at the 51-minute mark if you need to go back. So yeah, check it out. I'll figure it out. Oh, hold on. See if I can. Oh no, wait. I think I know why. I figured. Participants. I don't know. Settings. What happened there? I don't want to do that. Okay. Regardless, I'll figure it out. I'll make you a mod. You'll be alright. Yeah, we don't want that to come up. Urchin Quay. So yeah. We're in the void now. Alright, Dennis Prager's thoughts on liberty and safety. I don't know why these videos are like this. Maybe it's just not because it's not that it's not in widescreen. I don't know why it's just in such like slim quality. It's like 420 or something like that. Oh, this is a great screenshot. I wish it was in like better focus because it looks like he's about to fart or like take a dump. Oh, let's see what his dumbass has to say.
Here's a question. In 1969, 100,000 Americans died of the Hong Kong flu, as it was called.
Okay.
100,000.
Okay.
Not one day of lockdown took place. There were no laws about not leaving your house. There were no laws about where you can go, where you can congregate. The famous...
That's because clearly the Hong Kong flu was not anywhere near as deadly or virulent as coronavirus, because coronavirus spread and mutated really, really quickly, and the fact that we as human beings got a vaccine out in 9 months is fucking amazing. It should blow your goddamn mind anytime you think about it. And Dennis Prager, the reason we have only 500,000, almost 600,000 deaths in this country, which is far more than most countries. I mean, had we followed the rules like New Zealand, we could be out partying. But you and your dumbass friends didn't want to fucking do that. You wanted to go out and continue the party, even though, hey, everybody should stay inside because, it's raining and there's lightning and you're gonna die or get wounded and injured, you dummy. You guys didn't do that. That's why this never ended. Had you locked down for just a little bit of time, for a month, had the government said, hey, here's $2,000 for everybody for the month of, May 2020, we more than likely would have been fine. Hey, stay in your home. Don't go anywhere. Here's $2,000. You don't have to do anything. If you're feeling sick, don't go anywhere. Feeling sick after a month? Okay, here's another $2,000. Don't fucking go anywhere. But no, it turned into, that's too much money. We can't spend that. We can't give that to the people. Why not? Because they're the people. Fuck them. That's basically it. Now, why does every freeze frame make it look like he wants to take a shit or he's about to sneeze?
Famous Woodstock, hundreds of thousands of young people getting drunk and dancing and singing and probably having some other forms of fun.
He's like Grandpa Simpson going to Woodstock, if anybody remembers that. Going there with a single lawn chair in his dress uniform, waiting for the national anthem. That's Dennis Prager at Woodstock. It's fucking Grandpa Simpson, and he's just as dumb. Like Grandpa Simpson at least has some kind of, at least a little bit of
the famous or infamous Woodstock. It took place during the Hong Kong flu. Talk about not safe distancing. The distance between hundreds of thousands of people there was probably often about at most a foot. And why didn't Americans get locked down, or for that matter, people in every other country like today? Because people believed in freedom then. It would have been unacceptable.
No. That's not even that's just a straight up fetishization of that time period, dude. The virus at the time, we knew a whole hell of a lot more about viruses than we did just a decade prior, because the polio epidemic, or was it a pandemic, happened in, I believe, the 50s, and he's talking about the 60s. So we had a significant idea of like, hey, wait, maybe we can get rid of this, and we were able to do it. It killed 100,000 people, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. All right, that's 100,000 people. All right, and I'd have to do some research on the actual Hong Kong virus and find out what procedures were taken and things like that to know how full of shit he is. But it's basically safe to say that people took enough precautions to limit the number of people that that died or got infected. And just because 100,000 people died doesn't mean that, you know, what's up, Citizen Not? It doesn't mean that, you know, many more weren't injured. Think about it like this. Anytime there's like an attack or a riot or a violent altercation between, like, say, groups of people, you might have a certain amount of deaths, but you're going to have a significant more amount of injuries. So if you have 500,000 dead Americans, which, you know, Dennis, you got a little bit of that blood on your hands, you not mask wearing piece of shit. And I'm pretty sure he's one of the ones that got the vaccine very, very soon, as soon as it came out, because, you know, not only is he old, he's rich, so he can eat shit. If you haven't gotten your vaccines, get them. I am scheduled for this week, so I have to do that. I can't wait to get shot in the arm. Keonan, is it Kanan K or Keenan or Keonan K? Keonian K? Kionk. Kionk, pull the lever. Wrong lever. Okay, let's continue with this. Welcome all. How's everybody doing tonight?
To Americans in 1969, you can't leave your house. They would have said, who are you to tell me where I can go? Tell me my risks and I will live accordingly. People valued life as much in 1969 as they do in 2020. So why was there no lockdown? Why could people go to restaurants?
I gotta get
go to theaters, go to baseball games, football games.
Awesome.
Why? It's a lot of people, 100,000 people. It's more than right now.
Wait. What did you say?
Oh, at least. Unfortunately, I assume that the tally will go above 100,000 in the United States.
This was posted December 8th, 2020. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. This sack of shit is about to get me pissed off. Yeah, I gotta go to the VA too. There's 2 different ones. Supposedly, I gotta have... The one that's closer to me has the one, I think... One of them has the Johnson & Johnson, and then the other one has, like, the Moderna or whatever. But I'm trying to get the... like, use it or lose it, the expired, or like the ones that are gonna expire, so that like other people can go ahead of me, because I usually go late as fuck in the day anyway. So, but yeah, good job, awesome guys. On my next stream, I promise I will be vaccinated. I will be I'll be vaccinated, because hopefully I'm trying to do a stream in the next few days. So, oh, excuse me. Hold on. When did the U.S. hit 500? Oh. Pretty sure it was this year. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this was February 22nd. So that was this year. So he's saying, oh, well, there was only about 100,000 at this point. No, there was significantly more than that. We were probably at, I'm going to take a guess. If somebody can go ahead and retype it into Google that I just closed. When we hit 100,000 COVID deaths, and if it's around December 8th, 2020, I'll eat my words, but I guarantee we were at probably like 250,000 around then. I don't remember the date, but I remember the day we hit 500,000 because a certain individual in my life had some certain choice words that really pissed me off about it. But that's neither here nor there.
So it was 1 million around the world. Over 1 million people died of that flu. Nobody closed down. The truth is we just don't value liberty as much. And here is my point. That's not the human instinct. Liberty is a value. You know what? Everything good is a value. Everything.
Right, and we should protect those values by taking every precaution necessary in order to continue protecting the human beings who have to be alive in order for those values to exist. Because those values don't exist without humans. And if you're gonna try to tell me like, oh yeah, well, we have to, hold on to these values of liberty. Yeah. Well, I'd love to do that, so wear a fucking mask so I don't die, you piece of shit. Keep searching for the truth and shining a light. Sure. Okay. I was thinking of the like Vulcan. Oh, I can't do it. Maybe okay, I can't do it with both hands. That's my thing. Man, it's been a fucking forever. Alright, they think it could be higher than what was recorded as well. Yeah. Dude, the death toll is far higher. Like, we don't have accurate data. One, because of Florida, a super red state that, most of the citizens follow this dumb piece of shit. And Cheeto Daddy down there. They hid records. Who was it? State police, I think it was, went into that scientist's house and confiscated her research, pointed a gun at her kids. Now, I'm not one to be like, oh, well, they threatened her kids and blah, blah. It was completely fucking unnecessary what they did. As soon as she was like, hey, get the fuck out of here, I have kids in the house, a dude pulled his gun. Like, what the fuck? What kind of signal does that send? But they took her research, and a lot of that had to do with the numbers in Florida. So when those numbers went away, a lot of the other COVID deaths went away. And then there's other states that have done that as well. It's just except a little bit more sneakily. There's far more dumbasses than you think that don't want to.
Do you know what is an instinct? The human instinct is not liberty.
Self-preservation.
The human instinct is to be taken care of. That's why communism was so popular among so many people.
What? What the fuck? What the fuck kind of ending was that, Dennis? That was stupid. Try again. Do something. You can't just slip the communism buzzword in there like that. It just doesn't work. It sucks. Where's that? California. Okay. Fuck that guy. Oh wait. That's what I want to do. Oops. Man. I was like, I gotta get rid of all these tabs so that I don't have to go back through all these tabs, and then I had to go back through all these tabs so that I could get to the right wing coat. Alright. What are we at? DM submissions. Ooh, conservative cell phones. I was like, why haven't you see what this person says on Reddit. Jeez. JC. Slow down a little bit. I don't want my internet working too fucking fast. I like the list of companies to boycott. Cancel culture will not take over. Good fucking job, dude. You really hit the nail on the head on that one. I hope that's a troll. I wonder if that's a troll. Let's see. There was an abortion. Hold on. Tweeter addicts. There was an abortion argument in class, and when someone said they're killing the baby, I instantly said, let's go. And the baby voice out of instance. What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck? What is he even talking about? I don't know. That never happened also. Gas keeps going up. Joe keeps falling down. Gas really hasn't fluctuated all that much in my area. I don't know about everybody else, but it's been pretty stagnant the last few months. It went down a little bit, which was cool. Oh, dude. Oh, man. This is what I really what the hell? Y'all saw me click on the right post, right? I clicked here, and it sent me to the other one. That wasn't my fault. It sent me to the one that I already read. The house full of Trump flags. We got. It's just your basic Trump shit. Come and take it with a rifle. Looks like some kind of like assault-ish rifle. M16, AR, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you know what? I can't stand these goddamn leftists and all their virtue signaling. All they ever do is like just clamor about, oh, we love communism and we love everything about it. And I just can't stand hearing all of this left-wing bullshit and seeing it in yards like this. It's disgusting. Man, I don't care what side of the table you're on. I really hate these fucking flags. For one, I really don't like virtue signaling. It's one thing to have like a sticker on your laptop or anything, because that's kind of where stickers go these days. It used to be on skateboards, which was the cool thing, but now everybody has a laptop or a tablet or something. So you put your stickers there. And that's one thing, but to put it on your car or to have a flag or something like that, nah, dude, it doesn't matter what your kind of satire, like no step on Sneck, which is a little cringy now, but I have a New California Republic flag, which I would fly just to, confuse people. They'd be like, wait, what? Are you from California? Because I never talk to my neighbors. Like a smart person. Oh, Charlie Kirk, why does it look like, I don't know if you guys can see this in what you're looking at, but why does his picture look photoshopped so that his face and head are like normal sizes? I live in a red county in Colorado, so it's everywhere. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in a pretty red county in Ohio, and it's not fun. Sometimes. I mean, everywhere around here is Ohio pretty diverse, I guess you could say, in thought. So it's pretty purple. But at the same time, there's people around here who still have up their Trump signs in their yard with the same duct tape they put over the Pence when the Trump Pence part after the insurrection. Or basically like during the insurrection, I guess. And I mean, there's just a lot of people with old money and land who just don't get why that was wrong, one, and two, what is actually going on in reality. So, aside from the weird Photoshop of, Charlie Kirk having a normal-sized face, he says, Obama has been to more basketball games than times he's been to Israel. Yeah, well, Israel kind of sucks, dude. Israel's kind of shitty. So maybe we should hold the Israeli government and take them to task. Is that me being anti-Semitic? Am I saying Israelis are terrible? No, I'm not. I'm saying the Israeli government is a big pile of fucking shit, and they treat Palestinians like shit. And people who were complicit in, killing Palestinians who were, innocent or, innocent Palestinians, basically, yeah, they can fuck off and be tried and go to hell. I don't give a fuck. It's not anti-Semitic to criticize the Israeli government. And if you think it is, well, then you're deflecting and you're a jackass. Let's see what else. It amazes me the total misunderstanding of Marxism. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, I personally don't have a very good understanding of Marxism as it is. What's going on, Big C? How you been? How's your Easter going? Oh. Sorry. My phone heard me say something positive, so it was like, hey, we're gonna open Google or whatever the shit it is. I don't have a huge understanding of Marxism. I have a very basic understanding, but I know for a fact Charlie Kirk has no fucking clue what he's talking about. At least I'm honest in my assessment. Blacks posting their L's online. Wow, that's terrible. Don't do that. I mean, it's only just gonna make whites and Latinos and every other race posting their L's online. Palestinian lives matter. Fuck yeah, dude. One of my soldiers was Palestinian. Actually, one of the best soldiers I ever had, because he was smart as shit and on point with everything. He was Palestinian, and he's cool as fuck, and I still talk to him from time to time today. Let's see. Racists posting their W's online. See, that's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. That's exactly what's going on. What's going on, all 5 viewers? This is a decent amount of people that I've had, in here. Me too, dude. Everybody give a Big C a good what's up, bros. What is this? ADL, MSM. Oh, God, that is so bad. Oh, dude. Dude, you guys literally wanted to be the Empire. You wanted to be the Empire. Why are you trying to do this? Christianity, religion is all about establishment, which is what the Empire is. I mean, it's not based around religion like the Jedi, but fuck. You're hiding unvaccinated. Oh, I've seen that one. It's really, really stupid. Are you all rocking the new Matt Gaetz and James Charles merge? That's awesome. Getting them both. I don't know a whole lot what's going on with James Charles. I think didn't he go after a young boy or some shit like that? Yeah, don't do that. Fuck you. You're not immune because you're gay. You're still a piece of shit. And as far as Matt Gaetz, good. Do it. Wear whatever shirt makes you feel comfortable, especially if it has a statement on it. And yeah, Palestinian lives matter. I agree. Just don't wear an all lives matter shirt, because that'll just piss people off. It's just nowadays it'd be like wearing a red hat that says thank you on it or something like that, or make America cool with tacos again. You're just gonna piss people off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, Matt Gaetz is, I would definitely say is, Matt Gaetz is more than likely guilty of what he did. I don't know as far as like the extent of like how far like the legality of it goes, because I think what Matt Gaetz did, like I said, I don't know what James Charles did. Someone can fill me in on that. But I know Matt Gaetz may have like paid for flights in exchange for sex, allegedly, which with an underage girl, and I think she was 17 at the time, and there might be other things like that. But what's really coming out of his deal is the fact that people are pointing out that he kind of got elected. It's really getting transparent that he got elected so that he could get, you know, a primetime news show or some shit like that. He could get a voice on Fox or OAN or whatever. And once people started to call that out, all of these media outlets were like, no, we don't really want anything to do with Matt Gaetz. He's not, he ain't my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. Regardless, fuck both these guys. Conservatives. Nobody is born lesbian, gay, black, or trans. Okay, well, somebody doesn't understand you. I haven't watched a whole lot of All Gas No Brakes. I hear it's really good. I should definitely watch it. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I keep seeing the view count go up and down. I don't know why you're getting kicked out, because I'm really the only mod. I'm the only one that can make that decision. So it's basically up to me. So I have not been doing that. It must be YouTube. I said earlier in the stream, so I've had computer troubles ever since I have started trying to do this, but I decided to sell one of my vehicles so that I can actually fix this thing up, which I thought the stimulus check was going to go a little bit further than it did, but I can't get exactly what I need for this, which is a little bit more. So we'll do that. I'm sorry you keep getting kicked out of the stream. Again, it's not me, and I appreciate you for coming back in as much as you can. If it doesn't work out and you can't mosey back in, or you keep getting kicked out, go ahead, hit up the Discord, and I'll talk to you there. Yeah, I got the Discord open. I can talk to you there. It'll be alright. I don't have enough subscribers for them to give a shit about like engagement too much, so I'll check that from time to time. So I think I'm gonna do one more PragerU video. I really think they have one more, but because the right wing cope is getting it's getting a little trim, getting a little slim. Oh, that's what I was gonna check out. That's unfortunately what I was gonna check out. Let's search Twitter. I disagree. They are not getting better at art. All right. You know, that's a good point to make. I didn't even read Right Wing Cope's message here. Yeah. Well, anyway, he says at least they're getting better at art. Like, the right really sucks at art. They really suck at like creativity, because I don't know any actual right-wing artists that don't create anything that isn't like straight up just shitting on someone or is not a political cartoon or anything like that. Gosh, Prager is just going to just ask a stupid question for sure. Oh yeah, we're gonna find the dumbest question they can find. But yeah, like, I get it. I get in the style of like, yeah, they're getting pretty good at, you know, changing up their style of art, but the message is all fucking garbage. Like, it makes no sense, and it's so ass backwards from reality. And I don't know, it doesn't make any sense that you'd have like a talented artist that would, what is AF? I don't know what AF. A talented artist that would draw something that really just made no fucking sense. Oh, dude, I specifically avoid Twitter. I avoid Twitter and Facebook like the plague. They're the worst. I had to run a public affairs Twitter account, or not Twitter account, Facebook account for a unit that was deployed. Okay? Yeah, that was annoying as fuck. That was just annoying. Constant people. You have to check all of the comments on all of the pictures that you post, which is all the pictures all the time, because you're public affairs and you're only one allowed to do that. So, and people get butthurt about it. One dude legit was like, "Oh yeah, why can the public affairs post all the pictures they want, but I can't just take something on my phone?" Because we take 300 plus pictures that I go through, and then my supervisor edits because he took the pictures, and those then get whittled down to like 50 that the central command actually likes, and what they need to be what needs to be changed on them, and then that gets whittled down to maybe like 35 to 40 actual pictures that go up, or something like that. A certain percentage only goes up. And people don't understand that there's a huge process to it. If I'm taking pictures all day, or if I'm doing video all day, you're not going to see the end product for a few days, because it has to get approved by people. That's what people don't understand about the military public affairs. For anybody that hasn't been through that, I know. I think Mitchell G, you said you went to the VA. Art and big words are slippery slopes and complex ideas. Yeah, for fucking real, dude. Creativity, no go. Critical thinking, careful with that one. I said that the right is like really scared of critical thinking, but I don't think in general they're not good critical thinkers. I think the right, like the conservatives in the US especially, at least from my experience, because that's the experience I can give being in the US, conservatives tend to be they don't think critically in the right ways. So they can think mechanically, sure, but they can't think critically about like a belief or an ideology. That's what seems to be more likely for my observation. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. Maybe. Okay. PragerU's got some dumb shit. We're gonna go PragerU a little bit, and then I'm gonna sign off for a while, because I gotta get up early in the morning. And oh no, Candace Owens is not the best of Hollywood. She's not the best of anything. She is nothing but a huge heap of human garbage. Is the border wall bad for immigration? That's such a dumbass question. Bad for immigration? What do you mean by bad? I really want to watch their objective morality thing. the objective morality video, but I'll watch that one a different time because it's gonna be longer and it's gonna take a little bit more takedown. Would JFK be conservative today? Let's not speculate on that because, you know, probably not. Identity socialism. This is the dumbest shit ever. This is so stupid. It's fucking what's his face? Dinesh D'Souza. The guy that made, was it Hillary's America or whatever the fuck it was? Fuck that guy. He sucks ass. He can suck shit. What is it? Conservative. I think I already. Oh, there it is. Conservative, or conservative. Corporate virtue signaling is not real justice. Who the hell is arguing that it is? Was it? Artillery cannon crewman. 13 Fox, right? Correct? Or is that Forward Observer? Let me know. Because that was 31 Bravo and 46 Romeo. And then 46 Quebec. Oh, dude. Candace Owens literally fucking sold her soul, and you can see it in her eyes. Every time she talks, she's like, God, I fucking hate 13 Bravo. That's what I thought. I know a artilleryman, a 13 Bravo. I think he was a 13 Bravo. He had a couple more MOSs, though. Yeah, Candace Owens, like, you can see it in her face. She fucking hates herself. Because there's no redeeming herself after this. Like, she's in too deep into what the fuck she did. Which, I'm not saying, like, I'm not wagging my finger at, like, oh, you're a race traitor or anything like that. But she sold out to PragerU and this conservative message, and she did it using her skin color and her gender identity, I guess. And it's a grift, and we can see it, and we know it, and it's too transparent, sweetheart. But yeah, corporate virtue signaling is not real justice. I don't think anybody is making the argument that it is, except for right-wingers who want to strawman the left. See what this hat backwards kid's got to say. He's got his hat backwards, so you know he's cool. His hair is long.
What's up, guys? This is Will Witt with PragerU, and I hate signs like this. Before we start...
I didn't think it was Will Witt. I thought it was someone different. I should have recognized the jacket. That's a very nice jacket, by the way. Yeah, Will Witt, you're too loud. And in fact, any volume for Will Witt is too loud, but if you tolerate racism, delete Uber. Black people have the right to move without fear. Okay. Let's
start this video. A lot of you guys on YouTube aren't subscribed to our channel, even though you watch. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you're always notified whenever a new video from us comes out. Uber and other huge corporations coming out with these sort of anti-racist slogans don't mean what people actually think.
It's a much better idea.
Some people see signs like this and think, wow, Uber, you're so brave. And of course, we all know we should be standing up against racism. Racist people are bad. But these kind of signs don't actually represent standing against racism.
Then, okay, then why don't you stand against racism, and why does the conservatives in the conservative party in this country harbor so much racism? And answer me that, dude. It's there's so many right-wing grifters out there. Yeah, I can't keep track anymore.
They represent standing against conservatives, standing against people who have a different value system than what the left wants you to have. This is not a true stand against racism. But these kind of signs don't actually signs like this and think, wow, Uber, you're so brave. And of course, we all know we should be standing up against racism. Racist people are bad. But these kind of signs don't actually represent standing against racism. They represent standing against conservatives, standing against people who have a different value.
So, conservatism is also, you know, it is encompassing of racism, is what you're saying. So Uber is saying, if you tolerate racism, delete Uber. All right, yeah, fuck off. Like, you don't want to ride share with a black dude? Too bad. Get the fuck out. We got other people to pick up. This, the dude driving isn't making enough money to put maintenance on his car. So get out and quit being a dick. You're defending racism, dude. That's all it is. And all you're doing is saying that conservatism is it helps out racists. It harbors racism.
Value system than what the left wants you to have. This is not a true stand against racism. All these big companies you see saying a stand against racism are not really doing that. They do this because they're virtue signaling. They want people driving down downtown Dallas to see this sign and think, wow, Uber's the best. Uber really cares about racism. But if Uber really cared about racism, they do things to actually help African Americans in America. They do things to actually help communities that are underprivileged. But they don't.
Okay. So good example of this is there was a on Google. Apparently, you can like open up if you're looking for restaurants or something. You can look for like black owned or highest rated or something like that. And people are like, oh, fuck this. This is bullshit. Like, why can't you have like white owned businesses? Like, there's other people around. That's why. That's why, because when they make this stand and when they actually do something viable and like worthwhile to actually try and help out a community, you dumb motherfuckers push back as hard as you can against it because, like you said, conservatism has a very, very deep root of racism. You said that shit. Conservatism and racism cannot be separated, is what you're saying here. And if you're going to try and tell me that, oh, well, you're just redefining racism. No. It's saying, hey, look, dude, if you're a racist piece of shit, I don't want you using my services. Right? This is a private corporation that can do whatever the fuck it wants. Like, like conservatives want them to be able to do. They can tell you, hey, look, dude, you're wearing a KKK outfit. You can't come into my vehicle. It's too easy. It's the same thing as not wanting to bake a gay cake. You fucking moron. These people are like, I don't understand how IMAX doesn't employ these people with an electrical cord straight up their asshole and a roll of film running down their back, because they are the biggest projectors that I've ever met, and they're so good and so defined at it that they can make every single one of their values stand out without actually having to say that they're their values. It's amazing. Seriously, IMAX, get your shit together, hit up PragerU, and we need PragerU projectionists, fucking soy boys up in the box, spitting out something other than this bullshit. Maybe like Avengers or March of the Penguins.
They just put up signs like this and make it seem like they care, when in reality, it's just for show. Signs like this and things you see from hundreds of other companies in America is essentially the same as that girl in your high school class posting a black square on her Instagram. It doesn't mean anything, it's just for show, and that girl...
That's some incel shit. Yeah. No, yeah.
Posts that on Instagram to make it seem like, oh, she really cares about black people, when in reality, she doesn't do anything to help black people. Giving money to Black Lives Matter doesn't help black people. If you actually want to help end racism in America, then you can help underprivileged African American communities by going against the welfare state, going against affirmative action, advocating for fathers in the homes, not just putting up stupid signs. These messages do nothing for black people.
You should help out, poor minority communities by taking away their safety net. telling them that they're the victim. And what else did he say?
Messages do nothing for black people. People just put them up there to make themselves feel better. So when you see big companies post messages like this, or people on social media posting black squares, or people saying, I'm so anti-racist, think about their true intentions. Do they actually want to help black people? Do they actually want to help underprivileged people in America?
Do you?
Or are they just doing it for themselves? Guys, it's been Will with PragerU. If you enjoyed this video, follow me and PragerU.
What a fucking jackass.
Black people. If you actually want to help end racism in America, it's just for show. Signs like this and things you see from hundreds of other companies in America is essentially the same as that girl in your high school class posting a black square on her Instagram. It doesn't mean anything, it's just for show, and that girl posts that on Instagram to make it seem like, oh, she really cares about black people. When in reality, she doesn't do anything to help black people.
Maybe
Giving
she
money
just
to
wants
Black
some black
Lives Matter
dick,
doesn't
dude.
help black people. If you actually want to help end racism in America, then you can help underprivileged African American communities by going against the welfare state, going against affirmative action, advocating.
Okay. So you should help underprivileged black communities by going against any kind of social safety net, going against any kind of actions that would allow or help them to get better opportunities for education and advancement, and also blame them for all of the ills because the men that have their same skin color are completely irresponsible. So yeah, instead of deleting the Uber app because you may not want to sit next to a black person, keep the Uber app and then advocate for just destroying the black community through more systemic racism and reduction to social safety nets and advancement opportunities. Yeah. Sounds great, you fucking idiot. How is that?
Advocating for fathers in the homes,
Dude,
not just putting up stupid signs.
I am not I'm not the most intelligent person, obviously. But how am I able to just tear that shit apart so easily? Anybody that shows this because who was it? What was her name? Fucking Rachel something. Rachel Lewis. Sorry, I want to say Rachel Hawk for some reason. Rachel Lewis was like, yeah, they show PragerU in school classrooms all the time, which is bullshit. If you ever see your teacher show you any of this dumb shit, yeah, you should call them out, take them to task, tell them, hey, no, yeah, what are the sources for this video? Which is what we're gonna look at.
What's up, guys? This is Will with PragerU, and I hate signs like this. Before we start this video, a lot of you guys on YouTube aren't subscribed to our channel.
That's so misleading because I also hate signs like that. Because I also hate.
Even though you watch, make sure you hit the subscribe
virtue signaling because it's useless.
button.
However,
And hit
it's
the bell
useless in a
button so you're
different
always
way.
notified whenever a new video from us comes out.
Yeah,
Uber and other huge corporations coming out with these sort of
Okay, we're gonna fucking
anti-racist slogans.
We're gonna fucking stop. Jesus. Let's see. Do they have any sources? No. All right. My internet's kind of slowing down, and I've been at this for almost 2 hours. So, let's see. I think I've covered everything. I've got more. I'll go more into CC next time. We'll do a little more CC next time. Let's see. Let's check the Discord, see if anybody says anything. Okay. Awesome. Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off here. And yeah. I was gonna say after one more, but I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta have a little bit of snack before I go to bed. I appreciate everybody for coming by, for interacting in the chat. I apologize for people getting kicked out. I'm not sure why that happened. Again, that wasn't on me. I don't know what the fuck it was. But hopefully I'll actually get old Bessie up and running here soon. And up and running to a good state. It really sucks when uneducated people that don't know what they're talking about, like this Prager guy, are given a platform. Absolutely. Like, I have this platform, but I just said, like, I'm dumb. I'm pretty uneducated. Like, at least on a lot of this stuff. I mean, there was one thing. I think it was like the Asian hate thing. I saw this. I was like, ooh, that's out of my fucking league. I'm gonna wait for somebody else to handle that one. Mitchell G, have a great, nice, and hopefully it's easy night tomorrow, or it is easy tomorrow morning. Oh, great night. Okay, awesome. Thank you, man. You too. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off. I'll talk to you guys later. Hit up the Discord. I will try and be as regular in the Discord as possible, and I hope to see you guys on the next stream, which will be in a few days. And on that stream, I hope to have a schedule for you. In the meantime, go ahead. Also, hit the links below. Get a mask. We're not done with this shit. Yet. Yes. Okay. Also, you can get a T-shirt. Tell other people to put their fucking masks on if you already have a mask. But yeah, good night. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I didn't end the stream yet. Yeah, hit me up in the Discord. Good night, guys. I'll see you on the next